Welcome. Just having a little party before I start my scope. I have on my blog 8 tips to avoid a business nervous breakdown, but I'm only going to give you 5. You have to go to my blog to find the rest. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, Jess. Ooh, welcome. I'm going to start my scope in just a second, but I'm going to give you 5 tips. Hi, Be Free Projects. What's your real name? Welcome. Hi, welcome. Welcome, Jess. Welcome. I'm going to start in just a second. Oh, I always mess this up here. Hi. Hello. Shavion, did I pronounce that right? I hope I did. Hello, welcome. I'm just doing my little pre-party. But I'll get to our scope here in a second. Welcome. I'm going to give you 5 tips to avoid a business breakdown. I've been through it, and I'm going to try to help you get through it. Siobhan, okay. Got it. Thank you. Okay, let me turn off my party music. I know I can party all day. But thank you for those who have joined me. Thank you for those who are joining from the replay. And feel free to share this scope. And thank you for giving me heart love. I really appreciate that. From those who are just jumping on and this is your first scope with me, my name is Tequila Kauser. I am a mompreneur, and I help moms who stay at home to I give them self-management tips. I help them to shorten their learning curve when it's time to stay at home with that child or those kids. I love to give tips on quick and easy ways to help you solve the most dramatic problems. You can check me out at tequilakauser.com, and you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, same name. I go under one person, Tequila Kauser. But today I am going to give you I'm going to give you 5 tips to avoid a business breakdown. Now, just a little bit about my experience with breaking down. About a year ago, it was October of last year, I had a nervous breakdown. I mean, I completely lost it. I was at that stage, I was very vulnerable. I was letting people control my schedule. I was letting them dictate my time. I was running all over the place in one of my primary businesses, looking for prospects, gaining new people, training, doing big trainings for our teams, everything. I mean, and not to mention being a wife and a mom on top of that. And it hit me. It was like all at one time. It hit me, and I was completely done. I shut off for 2 months. I was in the funk. It's a lot of work. It's almost way too much work, especially if you don't know how to balance them. If you don't have a balance, you will never find that balance. But it's up to us to take control of our lives, take control of the circumstances. And if we don't, those things will continue to control us. And you know what? I refuse to let them continue to control me. For that 2 months, I was in the funk. I lost a lot of money in business. I mean, I think I was at the prime of my business, and I was growing my primary business. One of my primary businesses were doing so good. And I left. I mean, I'm still there, but I totally just shut off. I didn't even want to talk to my mentors. I didn't want to talk to any of my business associates. I was avoiding calls. I was avoiding them. I was avoiding my team. It was terrible. And my husband, he's like, Tequila, this isn't you. What is really going on? And I had to actually be honest with myself at that time and be honest with him. I said, I don't think I can do this anymore. I don't think that I have the strength to be a business owner, running multiple businesses. And I don't have a strength to really be the best mom I can be and the best wife I can be. I mean, I had to take care of we take care of everything. I mean, I'm the accountant, I'm the chef, I'm the, oh, mommy, my ballet shoes are broken. I'm the ones who have to go and, help get them together. I mean, it's a lot. So I had to, right, we have to do a lot. Welcome, Dwayne, welcome. And so I had to take a step back. And in that 2 months, I took a step back, but I had to take some steps in order to move back up to where I wanted to be in myself, wanted to be in my business. And it took a lot of really deep soul searching. It took a lot of meditation, spending time with myself to actually know exactly what I wanted out of my businesses and what I wanted out of everything. So the first thing I had to do, the first tip I'm going to give you is to reevaluate and write down your goals. Think about when you first started your business and your goals and what you said you wanted to do. That changes over time. I know my goals have changed over time because our life changes every 6 months, and some principles in my life had to change. So what I had to do was make sure those goals that I had written down were congruent to my life goals and the way that I wanted to go. So I had to go back and I had to mark some things off and say, you know what, that's no longer of importance to me. What is important to me is this, and that. And that's what you're going to have to do. Really sit down, quiet yourself, and think about those things that are that are very important to you. Because if you don't do that, then you will run rapid. It's almost like a chicken with their head cut off. You're just running everywhere, anywhere to do anything that's going to create any income or create anything. And I was just sick of hustling. I know people use that so flamboyant, like, oh girl, I'm a hustler. No, I don't like to hustle. I like to be relaxed. I like to be calm. Hello, welcome from Turkey. Welcome. And I just love to be relaxed. I love to be calm. I'm a very peaceful person, and that's exactly how I set up my environment, to be in total peace. So reevaluate your goals and make sure that they are congruent with your life goals and your principles that you have. So, and you will go back to make sure. I always go back because I do this every month. I write down all of my goals at the end of the month for the next month. And as I am going through and I'm looking at my goals, I make sure that my behavior is matching the goals that I'm trying to reach, making sure my to-do list is lined up with that, and making sure, everything is congruently. Welcome, Samantha. Welcome back. Nice to see you. And that helps me stay on track monthly, knowing that I've reached everything that I wanted to reach. And last month, in the months before that, I've reached 100. It has helped me reach my goals 100%. I usually never gotten anything reached as far as my goals. So it's best if you write them down, have them in writing, and then every time you reach one, I highlight them. And that makes you feel so much better. But you got to make sure that your behavior is matching up with what you're doing and your goals. Because if they aren't, start back over. Reevaluate your goals and make sure your behavior is matching that goal. 2, control your calendar. You shouldn't be a slave to your calendar. Your calendar should serve you. It should embody the principles that you want to live by. Like this week, my goal was my daughter, she's 4, and I homeschool her. So one of my goals with her were to make sure she had her 5 letters down packed this week. We've been going over them for weeks, and we split the letters up into 5s. And that's what we've been doing, continuously going in, checking in, making sure she can understand. She knows how to pronounce. And guess what? It's only Wednesday, Thursday, but she knows the letters. She knows how to recognize them out of order. She knows how to put them in order. She knows how they sound. So that it lined up with a goal of mine for her, and that worked out. We kept making sure our behavior were matching that. Our behavior are the tasks that we're doing, and making sure what tasks we're doing are lining up with that. So it worked out. 3 would be, let me go back to control your calendar. I'm trying to make sure I hit my points in my blog post. But have office hours when you control your calendar. Oh yeah. People on my team like, Tequila, I called you last night at 8 o'clock. Well, my office hours stopped at 6 o'clock. I apologize, but you know that. My office hours, you got an email about my office hours stopping at 6 o'clock, and I don't work on Saturdays, and I only work from 12 to 3 on Sundays. So it's like they know my office hours, and they should know what to expect. And I give that to them, on a monthly basis. As new people are joining my team, I remind them that, hey, these are my office hours, and that's the only time that I'm functioning. I'm answering the phone or answering any text or any email. So wait till the morning to get that answer, but that's what we have to do. I am reaching my personal goals, but business-wise isn't falling in order. You know what? That will come. Continue to look at what you want in life. Like I said on my scope before, what is it that you want to, who do you want to become in this business that you are in? Samantha, think about those things what you want to be known as in this business. And then what you want to do is make sure that your goals are lining up with that vision. Without a vision, the business is going to perish. And that's what I did not have, when I started my businesses. I didn't really have a vision. I just wanted to really, what everybody was telling me, oh, let's make money. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make money. But then you see that, okay, I got the money, but I'm losing my mind, and you don't want to do that. I learned that as I balanced myself more, and I really started to look at what I wanted in life and start to align my goals with my vision. The money it increased, but my energy start to just give very even a level of, I'm so sorry, people, but my energy I felt better. I felt so much better. I didn't feel like, I was being tugged and pulled in many directions, because I start practicing saying no. I start saying, you know what, let me think about that, because if what you're asking me to do isn't lining up with what my goals are, I'm just going to have to say no, and I politely tell people, I'm sorry, but that doesn't fit in my schedule at this point. I can't do it, because people will run you if you let them. So your business goals will start to come. My vision is to be a great mentor, coach, and be inspiration to others for fitness and health. That's a great vision to have. And you know what? What you want to do is start hanging around people who can feed into that vision. Now, I'm going to get to that too. That's one of my pointers here. But you want to start getting around people who can feed into that vision of yours, and start to do things. Make sure your activities that you're doing are lining up with that. My goal is to be a life coach. And what I do is you start to practice, on those closest to you. Like I've started with my team, and I've saw a great improvement, a massive improvement on my team since, I got out of the funk, and I start concentrating on, okay, my life goal really, I want to be a coach in the end, but what am I doing now? What can I do in my now to start building on that? And that's where you start. I started with my team, and they absolutely love the one-on-one and the group coaching that I give them. So start small, and then you can build on top of that. Also, make sure that you're putting in that time with your family, your loved ones. That's very important. That's important to me, because I know that I give so much of myself to my team. But when it's family time, I'm totally tuned into family time. I turn off my phone, or I just leave my phone in an absolutely different room, so that I cannot be distracted by the notifications. My third point. So first one, I want to just go back, is reevaluate and write down your goals. The second is control your calendar. And third, delegate tasks as needed. Ooh, that's something that I just didn't do. One of my business entails products and brochures, and I just thought that, hey, I need to do this. And guess who I delegated that task to? Who's in charge of brochures? My 4-year-old. When those brochures come in, she's the one who put the labels on and step them. She's trained. I trained her how to do that, because I didn't want to do that anymore. And there's several other activities that I have to delegate to other people with skills, that work for me, and it works. It works because it's stuff that isn't really making money. In my blog, I say that exact same thing. If it's something that's not going to pay you, well, I'm trying to do both and not let it get in the way, but I am trying to get a team together. And when you're just now starting off your team, Samantha, just be mindful that, yes, in the beginning, you're going to be doing a lot of the work yourself, which is totally fine. But then you will start getting people, because I have people that also help me, sell my product. These people aren't selling. They're not distributors on my team at all. They just are people that say, hey, Tequila, I would love to help you with your business. So they are ones who are out distributing brochures, collecting orders and getting that for me, and I compensate them. They don't want money. I just want free product. So I compensate them for free product. So that will come along as you build your business. And I've been in one of my primary businesses for over 4 years. So it took time for me to build a trust factor with those people because I wanted to make sure that they collect the money, and get it back to me and get the orders on time. But also they become friends. So it works, but it takes time. But delegating tasks, as you take a look at your goals and you will start seeing the bigger picture, take a look at those tasks that just you're not really, they aren't lining up with what your ultimate goal is, but you have to do these things, but you can delegate them out. You can teach someone else how to do it. But what you want to focus on are activities that are more meaningful, and that's going to get you some results, which is pay in the end, or new people on your team. 4, work within your strengths. Oh my gosh. So recognize what you are good at, and you want to work within that. I tell people it's almost like O.J. Simpson when they said, if the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit. You know what? When something doesn't fit into your strength, you have to find someone to help you. Some of the things, I find that my husband, who's also my business partner, he loves to do something that I don't like, which is not much of a strength to me. So I just let him do that, and vice versa. So we kind of bounce off and balance each other. But when you're in a business and just working outside of your strength, you experience burnout. And that's exactly what happened to me. I was just working outside of my strength, and I experienced burnout. And that's what caused me to crash, totally crash. And the 5th, and my final point here on Periscope, is to find a community of supporters. Samantha, this one is for you. You want to find a community of supporters, and I found that social media is a great platform for it. I found great groups to be part of. You have mastermind groups. You also have people that you might know, like, and trust, that you can basically, that support you. Sorry, my daughter's waving to the camera. But that will support you in your dream. Welcome, Maria. Thank you for joining. But you want to find that, and if your dream doesn't include a team, it's not really going to work. You need a team of people to help you build, and it's almost like each one, reach one, teach one. That's exactly how we're going to build our business or build our lives. Even in our normal lives, we need people to help us. So in that, you want to find like-minded individuals. I just want to recap for those who have just jumped on. My name is Tequila Kauser. I help shorten the learning curve for moms who stay at home and work from home by giving them self-management tips. Someone said, what is self-management? I can't believe someone asked me what self-management is, but I have to remember that not everyone knows. It's kind of different from time management in the sense where people say time management is where you manage your time well, but we have to remember that you're only borrowing time when it comes to time management. Will you be on later? I'm not sure. I may be on. I'm not sure. I'm headed to do something with my daughter, so I might not. It depends. This is just a great time for me because once my husband gets home from work, it's all about the family. But it depends. And time management, time is something that continues. So we all get the same 24 hours in a day, but it's all about how we manage ourselves. That's where self-management comes in, making sure that what you're doing aligns with your principles that you have for yourself and for your family. You know, what tasks are you doing? You know, say for instance, you want a better marriage. You know, you are doing things on a daily basis that's going to get you to have that better marriage, giving each other love letters or going out to eat. So it's more about a principle. You line your goals up to match your principles. It's all about relationships and results. So it's all about lining up your goals and your principles, and you're reaching it. But yourself, you feel so much better. Hard work and determination. Exactly. Self-management actually is hard work and determination, is discipline. But once you start learning how to manage yourself more, you will see how your whole environment changes. I saw, once I came out of the funk and had this nervous breakdown, I start not accepting as much as I used to. I start turning away people that I didn't want to deal with in my business or in my life. So my friend circle is down to 2 friends, which is fine by me, completely fine by me. But you start to see if these things or these people aren't going to get you where you need to in life or in business, then you need to get rid of them, because they're only dead weight and they're going to only cost you more issues in the end. They only bring more issues. So that's why it's important for us to self-manage ourselves. And you feel so much better when you start to self-manage yourself. You feel more disciplined. You feel more focused. You feel like you have more time for your family and for yourself. And it's all about taking care of yourself as an entrepreneur. And a lot of us women, I know because we do so much, we don't take care of ourselves enough. But it's important that we do that as entrepreneurs and as women especially. But I have three great tips that I did not mention here on not Facebook, I'm sorry, mention here on Periscope. So you can go to my website, which is www.tequilacowser.com, and get those other 3 tips. Also, if you want to receive my newsletter, I have a newsletter, Mommy Minute, which you get great tips and inspiration, you can read it in under a minute. You can go and to my website and you can grab your copy. So thank you for those who have joined me. I really appreciate you taking your time, and thank you so much for your input today. Do you have any questions, anything that I can address or answer for you? No. Okay. Well, thank you so much for being on my scope. My baby just loves the camera too. So I appreciate you guys, and I hope you will have a great day. And if I can come on later, I will. But make sure that you share this for those who would love to learn how to avoid a business breakdown. Thank you. Have a good day.